Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today, and thank you for joining me in Pootles Advent Countdown. 24 projects that are coming out to you September to December, and we're on number 23. That means it's coming to an end. But this is today's project, and it's really rather lovely. So I've got a slide-off bow, slide-off belly band that does slide off. There we go. And when you open it, actually opens up like that, so it's a fold flat, and it's really quite quirky because this part here slides into that bit there, and that's how it stays closed with the belly band as well, and which does go back on because I have tested this, and the ribbon, and it's a nice little gift. So I'm going to show you how to make it. I'll put that on afterwards. You need a piece of cardstock that's 4 by 11 inches. That means you can get 2 from a sheet of cardstock, because that is 10 by 27.5 centimetres. 2 from one length. Okay, on the long side, score it at 1 inch, 2 inches, 6 and 7, which is 2.5, 5, 15 and 17.5. Then turn it round, and on the short side, score it at 1 and 3 inches. Whoops. 1 and 3, which is 2.5 and 7.5. And actually, when it's finished, it is 4 inches by 2 inches by 1 inch deep, which is 10 centimetres by 5 by 2.5. So not a bad size. Nice little treats in there, perhaps. Okay, so fold and burnish all your score lines. This is Cucumber Crush. No, it's not at all. It's not Elegant Emerald either. It's Emerald Envy. Because I'm using the Presents and Pinecone paper, and that's got the cherry cobbler as well. So I'm going with the same paper pack, different paper, slightly different paper anyway, and I'm going with a different colour. You know me, I like to do things differently. Okay, so this is the part that is going to fold up and tuck inside. So this section here, let me just open it all up again for you so you can see it as I'm doing it. This belly band doesn't want to come off today. So this is the section that's going to fold inside, okay? And this bit is going to fold over. So we need to detach a couple of parts. We need to get rid of some parts as well. So the first bit to get rid of is this little square here, and the one that is next to it. Because that is going to become that tab part, and this is going to fold over. And bits of it are going to stick down, bits of it aren't going to stick down. So what you need to do, grab a ruler. Where's my ruler? Oh, I've put it away. Grab a ruler and score these 4 squares so that they point into the middle. So that's the diagonal you're going on. That one. There and there. And when you bend these, oh, I scored on the wrong side. Huh. Oh well. When you bend them, they form the inside part, which is there. So that's the shape we're going for. We're going to stick it down, but what you need to do is stick just this triangle. We actually want this bit to remain open here, which I cut mine on my original and it didn't work. So you want this bit to stick down. So you want to put a little bit of adhesive there. So on the triangle that's closest to the middle, and a tab, just a little squidge there as well. But down towards the bottom half. And the same on this one at the bottom, the triangles that are closest to the middle. That's where you want to put your adhesive. Okay, so when you fold it over and press firmly, that is what happens. So it will fold up and open like that, and that bit is going to tuck inside there. But you do need to give it a bit of oomph. You need to reinforce, because we've now got 2 layers of cardstock. That one there, because otherwise it's just not going to want to, it's going to want to keep popping open, and we don't want that. We don't want it popping open. and that one as well. And it will stay nicely, and when this one grips hold of it, that will do the same. So we're going to come and reinforce this one too, and it will all fold in nicely. Oops, let's pop that open. So, little tab to get it in and out. I'm sure I went with the 1/2 inch circle, don't really remember. This is what happens when you prep in advance. Whoopsie, throw stuff around, round the corners, turn off the phone that's bleeping, and that's where you would put your goodies. They would go inside that part, but you can make these in advance and leave it at that point. Love it. Okay, so that will slide in there. Because it's cardstock and you've bent it in all sorts of directions, it might want to pop itself open. That's why you've reinforced. So this one I didn't reinforce quite as much. It doesn't want to come out as much, but it likes to have a go. Piece of designer series paper. So this is different to the original one, but it's the same pack, but it's the more green one. This is 1.5 inches by 12, which is 4 centimetres by 30 centimetres. Basically, it's the strip of length. You might need to cut a little bit off, but we're just going to use fingers to get a rough guide of where we want to put in some score lines. And I'm using my finger marks where I've just pressed it to guide me, and then I'm just firming it up more. There we go, so that way round. That all fits nicely, so I'm going to run some adhesive along here. Position it all again. So I'm now working on the back of the box. There we go. And it will slide quite happily on and off, like that. Stamping before I put the ribbon on. So this is the tin of tag stamp set. Love this one, it's so pretty. I went for This Is For You last time. I think I'm going to go for Joy to the World. Although I don't know actually if that one fits inside the of my two punches that I've got, 1 3/4 and 1.5. And I don't know if the 1.5, no, that doesn't fit. I might have to stick with This Is For You. I'll stick with This Is For You. What block have I got here? I've got a C block. Oh, the most versatile block there is, the C block. Scrap of Wisp White. My Emerald Envy. One 1.5 inch circle punch for this, and it does just fit. Look at that. Piece of Emerald Envy 1 3/4 inch punch. Marry the pair of those together. Beautiful metallic shapes. I'm going to go with the same silver stars because I just think they're lovely. Basically filling gaps and work in trios, 1, 3, 5 or 7 if you've got plenty. And I'm covering up that eye. This is for you. And then dimensionals on the back of that. Where's that? They are. Down towards the bottom. And the beautiful matching ribbon. Now this comes as a duo. There's the other one. That's the one I used on the first box. Let me slide that all back together. Quite like the contrast of that, of the green with the cherry cobbler and the ribbon. So, but I love that it comes as a pair and I don't have to think about it because it's done for me. I love that Stampin' Up! Makes me look good. All this colour coordination, all done for me. Ribbons, punching, dies, everything. Oh, look at that bow. Maybe I should talk while I'm trying to tie bows instead of being silent, which is what I normally am. Love it. This is for you. What do you think? I hope you like it. I really enjoyed it and I like the quirky clothes. Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me. Hope to speak to you soon. Bye.